The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On the draw, it's Nwangu.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
On the give is Nwangu.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to throw it.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
McCann's kick is good.
And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
On second down, Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Watson just beating the play clock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the rookie's free. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Handoff here to Nwangu. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Mon. Flush to his right. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on a catch and run.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different
touchdown Vikings. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And his kick is indeed good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Mon. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st down, here's Mon. Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Steps away to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mon going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Watson off play action. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson fighting to stay up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Watson now to throw. Eluding. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. McCann now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. And this is going to be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mond out of the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mond. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Vikings. DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. McCann's got it teed up. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Into the secondary past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st down, Watson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll get this off to Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here's Watson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting a touchdown. It's caught at the 1. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mon now off of play action. Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the Lions are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw is Watson. He's got Green. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Watson to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw, Watson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Watson. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll drop this one off to Swift. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. He ended up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not getting...
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now it's Watson. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on